Alright, welcome back to Shooting It Straight and to yet another video questioning some of the training for concealed carriers that I run across in other YouTube videos. Now this time I'll be discussing the practice of moving off of the X. But this time that training is being conducted by a couple of Special Forces boys on a channel that has over 700,000 subs. And that particular video already has over 10,000 views. So, so far that's 10,000 people that have been exposed to a worthless and possibly dangerous method of using a technique that is originally intended to be used in a completely different way. And this is a prime example of monkey see, monkey do, which is so prevalent these days. The practice of immediately moving off of the X, or getting out of the direct line of attack as soon as possible, is a valid technique that could save your life in an attack situation. And I've always taught that. Now in the video I watched regarding this particular technique, our two Special Forces boys are out on the range and, as usual, are in full battle gear with the camo BDUs and the bulky overcrowded battle belt set up and all that stuff. You got to get the badass factor in there, But funny, I've never once seen an average private civilian walking around dressed like that. I'm just saying. Anyway, these Special Forces boys demonstrate how to move off of the X when both drawing and reloading in a live fire session using 6 shots. All right. And naturally, for some odd reason, they use a timer to record the time, although there's never any time requirements mentioned for the drill at all. I guess it's just another tactical element. I don't know. But now here is where I have a real problem with their training. Like so many other trainers, when teaching this technique, they never actually moved off of the X during the draw or the reload. They never took more than a simple sidestep to the left or to the right. Boys, taking a step to the left when drawing and then taking another step back to the right when reloading is not getting off of that X at all. It is in no way getting out of the direct line of attack. And by taking nothing more than this simple sidestep, you are keeping yourself in the target zone, which is a very dangerous place to remain. I wish I could demonstrate this for you, but you know that I have medical conditions that severely limits my movements, okay? But then again, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about when I describe it, because I'm sure you've probably seen it before in other videos. It's the shooter drawing and taking a step to the side. That's it, one step. Now, let us imagine for just a second that, okay, you and I are about 10 feet apart, okay, which is the average distance in private civilian deadly force encounters. And let's say that I have a gun. I'm the bad guy, and I have a gun pointed at you, okay? I've got my gun pointed at you, right? Now, you do your little sidestep routine that these Special Forces boys taught you to do. All right, so now you've taken one step to the side, to the right or to the left. How much do I need to move my muzzle to get back on center, to get back to the center of your body? About an inch, either way. About an inch, that's how much. The great legendary police trainer, Dave Spalding, did a great demonstration on this out on the range in one of his videos several years ago that illustrated this point perfectly. So all I've got to do is move my muzzle like that, and I'm right back on you. Your little sidestep action accomplished nothing. Okay, the point I'm trying to make is this. If you're going to move, then move, okay? Move quickly, move with purpose, and move far. One little sidestep will not help you at all. Fellas, let me put it to you this way. Right out there, I have a 20 foot by 20 foot deck on my house. Now, this X that you need to get off of is not the size of a paper plate. It's the size of my deck, okay? If you can take one side step, then you can take another 20 steps laterally in that same direction, which is how you are supposed to move off of the X. That's moving off of the X. A simple sidestep is in no way moving off of the X. Here's why this is so important, okay? A crackhead closing in on you with a blade will have to change his direction if you move 20 feet in a lateral direction, left or right, in a lateral direction. Moving backwards is not removing yourself from the direct line of attack. It's just extending it. Now, by moving, if you force him to change his path, then it will slow him down. This buys you time to draw and get on target, or perhaps even to get behind cover. A simple single sidestep does nothing to slow that attacker, because he doesn't really have to change his direction to any real degree. So, definitely move. But not just one step. You must take dozens of steps, and quickly, for it to be effective to any degree. Otherwise, you accomplish next to nothing. Now, let me end this video by saying again that moving off of the X is critical. You must do that. But you must do it correctly for it to have any value. A simple step to the side, left or right, is practically useless. I really don't understand why trainers continue to teach this horse shit. Now, I know what a lot of people say, that it's done for safety reasons on the range when you got several students during training. Well, if that's the case, then the trainer should either teach it one student at a time, or just describe the technique and demonstrate it himself with no student participation. You don't want these students to develop an automatic response of just taking a single side step, because then that's all they're going to take when they're under the immense stress of a deadly force event. It will build those muscle memories like that. Now, I have to say this, and I don't want to give the wrong impression. Please understand me. But that video that I watched just confirmed to me that the Special Forces guys are not really teaching anything any different than what all of the other ordinary YouTube gun trainers are teaching. Now, I agree that Special Forces boys are America's true badasses. No question about that. And they have earned my respect a long time ago. But flashing around the title of Navy SEAL or even retired cop has little credibility in the world of private citizen self-defense shooting if all you're doing is teaching the same old tired tactical crap that every other average Joe YouTube trainer is teaching. If you have special skills that would help concealed carriers and other private civilians, then teach it. Otherwise, just drop the labels and titles like as taught by a Navy SEAL or ex-cop shows you how to do it. Just drop that crap, because it means nothing. All right, fellas, I just wanted to bring to your attention yet another good defensive tactic that is unfortunately being used and taught incorrectly, which can lead to disastrous results if muscle memories are developed in these flawed techniques. I hope you got something out of this video, and thanks for watching. So until next time, I'm Antonius, and man, you know I'm only shooting it straight with you. Ciao.